How are you? How are you? A big welcome to the daily reflection. A big welcome to the daily reflection. Please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. Just before we begin, we have 2 minutes to say something very briefly. A big welcome. Please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. We have a couple of minutes to just say something very, very brief. This is a new segment that we are calling the Daily Reflection. Like I had promised you during our Saturday Q&A live, we will be coming to you live for a few minutes from 9:30 p.m. East African time to just reflect on a few things that affect us as we try to be better people financially, as we try to be better people in life. Please share this, invite someone else. We have exactly 1 minute before we say something. We are coming to you live on YouTube and Facebook. Fatsudin, I can see you. Thank you so much for confirming. Evans Mayuro, thank you so much. You're saying that you can be able to hear me. All right, so welcome to the daily reflection. This is going to be a daily short segment, God willing. We will be quickly assembling here to just inspire ourselves, get inspired about something that would help us, become better, even as we relate with our money, as we relate with business, and as we relate with life. So this segment is a general segment that would help us become better human beings. And as you have seen on the topic, today we are reflecting on what I'm calling negativity. Negativity. We have heard about negativities before. We have talked about it. Some of you know what it is. Some of you have used the word negativity a lot of times. Therefore, it's not a new word. I just want to give it certain perspectives that would help you begin to see whether it's one of those things that are affecting you or some of those things that are affecting someone that you know. And as I say this, feel free to drop a comment, feel free to share this, feel free to invite someone else to be with us, even as we say a few things about negativity. Now, negativity is not a positive thing. It is, like the word suggests, a negative thing. It is associated with things that are not so good. Arithmetically speaking, those of you who sat in some classes of mathematics, at the elementary level, at the introductory level, when we needed to learn about the negative sign in mathematics, it used to be called subtraction. In other words, it reduces something, right? In very basic levels, the teachers would say take away. So when they want to say 4 minus 2, they would say 4 take away 2. Later on, as we advanced, we learned that we have positive numbers and negative numbers, which later we called integers and things like those. But that's beside the point. The point here is that a negative thing reduces what already is. So it's associated with reduction. Everywhere negativity works, reductions happen. Things are left lesser than they were before. If negativity walks into your life, it leaves you lesser than you were before. Okay. So in personal development, negativity simply refers to forces that are within us or without us, forces that are inside us or forces outside us that spell impossibility. There are certain forces around us that usually speak impossibility. They tell you how things cannot work, how certain things cannot be, cannot succeed. So those forces can be within you or can be outside of you. That is what I am calling negativity. So tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you are, we are reflecting on forces around us or forces inside us that speak impossibility into our lives. I am sure if you are an adult listening to me, you have encountered a situation where something speaks impossibility in you. You want to do something, but some force tells you how that thing cannot be done, how that thing cannot be successful. That force is what I'm calling negativity. Now, negativity is so strong in our lives to an extent that we will quickly give it attention faster than we would give attention to a positive thing. Okay? In this world, it has been established, and many social scientists and even other scientists have referred this concept, have called this concept the negativity bias. Our system is wired in such a way that we respond very fast. Our attention gets captured by negative things faster than it gets captured by positive things. That is why when the news is broadcasting something positive, how the economy has moved from this level to the next level, very few people are listening. In fact, people can actually doze off. But wait until they say an accident has happened and several people have died, our antennas will be up. Wait until they say so and so has been implicated in some scandal. Our antennas are so quick to realize that something attractive is being talked about. So our brain system, our system as a human being, quickly picks signals that are negative in nature. Biologists have actually ascertained that the brain side, the side of the brain that actually deals with emotions and feelings, picks negative signals 3 times faster than it does positive signals. And that is what is called negativity bias. So our system has already some biasness towards negativity. So how does this play in our daily lives? How does this begin to affect you in your contemporary life? You see, if you had a business idea, a brilliant business idea, and you have 4 friends, you went to the first friend and the friend told you, this is a brilliant idea, carry on with it. You went to the second friend tells you, this is a bright idea, carry on with it. You went to the third friend. The third friend confirms and affirms that this is a brilliant idea. Carry on with it. How many friends? 3 friends. You have 4 friends. The fourth friend tells you, if you want to lose your money, invest in that idea. Start that business. You will realize that in as much as 3 people which looks like the overwhelming majority, have told you it is a brilliant idea, you will go home processing the response from the third person. You will go home trying to understand, why did this person say that this is an idea that will make me lose my money? It is a natural thing. We have that bias in us that we pick these negative signals faster. That means for you to be a positively oriented person, you have to deliberately choose to live your life as such. You have to use some energy for you to consciously decide that negative forces are not going to affect you. Now, I usually divide negativity into two types. The first type is what I call intrinsic negativity. That is negativity that comes from within you. And then the second type is the extrinsic negativity, the one that comes from our environment. So let's talk about intrinsic negativity. This is the kind of negativity that we impose upon ourselves when we speak impossibilities upon ourselves. You sit down, you have an idea, a very brilliant idea in the eyes of everyone, but you keep telling yourself that this cannot work. This cannot succeed. I am inadequate. I don't have what it takes. I know I cannot succeed in this. From our family, no one has ever done business. So I know, even though I'm thinking about this business idea, I can't go far because we are not cut for business. It is not our thing. Intrinsic negativity, it's coming from within you. In my ranking, intrinsic negativity is the most dangerous forms of negativity. Because if you don't believe in yourself, what do you want the rest of us to do for you? It doesn't matter how many things we will tell you. If you don't believe in yourself, if you still speak negativity upon yourself, if you still condemn yourself, there is very little we can do because you own you. And before we see the things you do out here, there is a lot happening within us. And that's why we say success begins from within us before we get to display it outside. So that is the intrinsic negativity. It comes from within, most dangerous. The second type is the extrinsic negativity, the one that comes from our environment, from around us, from the people who surround us, from our social circle, from our relatives, from our close people, from the people we encounter every day. Those are the people who will be telling you, if you want to lose money in this day and age, put your money in this idea. If you want to lose your money in this thing, if you want to lose everything that you have, invest here. If you want to have headaches, invest in this. Now, you see, one weakness of human beings is that we will advise you a lot of times, not from an objective perspective. A lot of times we advise you from our own lens. And sometimes, in fact, many times, our own lens are already corrupted. We will advise you based on our own feelings. So that means if we have inadequacies, they will be transmitted to you. So we will be selling you our own fears. Maybe we tried a certain business in the past and it did not work. And therefore, we want to sell everyone fears because it didn't work for us. So we presume it won't work for another person. Like I like saying, in the world of business, for example, every business idea is a brilliant idea. In the same breath, every business idea is a bogus idea. So it depends with a lot of factors. It depends with you, with the location, with how you have analyzed the market, the opportunities that are available, and so on. But this is the kind of negativity that comes from around us. So you might have been discouraged by people. People around you have told you how you can't go far in your career. People have told you how you will not amount to anything. Those of you that share borders with me, you've heard people talk about mwalimu wa maths. I don't know what mwalimu wa maths did. I have been a mwalimu wa maths myself before, but I thank God I did not speak I did not prophesy any doom upon someone's life. But There are many of us who have been discouraged. And if you have been discouraged and you are listening to me, you can let me know in the comment section if you have either been discouraged personally or someone that you know has been discouraged. They had a brilliant idea, but they did not proceed with it because someone told them that they cannot succeed in it. Someone told you that because you failed in school, you will also fail in life. And so you pick a laid back attitude, because again, attitudes are influenced to an extent by this negativity concept. So if negativity gets into you, gets to influence your attitudes towards some things. So just because someone told you you will not amount to anything does not mean that you won't amount to anything. I don't know if I'm talking about things you have experienced, but these are things I have observed affecting human beings a lot, both financially and in every aspect of people's lives. Okay, I know someone who confessed that they actually deserted a relationship. They left their would have been wife just because someone told them that they will not be able to go far with this person. And so I asked this person, did you personally see anything wrong with her? And the person says, I cannot actually put a finger to anything that was wrong, but the voices from the environment were so many, and I started doubting myself, because that's what negativity will do to you. It begins to plant seeds of self-doubt. You begin to doubt yourself, and if you're not careful, that begins to kill, to paralyze your ability to take action. In the Wednesday night live of last week, I told you that success is a product of deliberate action, actions that are consistent. And therefore, what negativity does is to paralyze your ability to take this action. So that means then you cannot claim success, whichever way you want to define success. So there is one wing of the people who, out of their own innocence, will discourage you based on their own understanding of life, based on their own experiences in life. And we have another section of people who maliciously will discourage you because they want you to be like them. They want you to be stuck like them. You know, misery loves company. So someone who is miserable in anything would want to see a crowd around them. They would want to take comfort in the fact that many other people are going through what I am going through. And so there are those who will discourage you simply because they want you to remain in the same level, simply because they want you not to progress and be bigger than them in whatever it is that you're talking about. Either way, any form of negativity is dangerous for development, for personal growth. So what do we do to be able to conquer negativity? What do we do to be able to conquer negativity? Now, we need to realize that we are cut for greatness. We are constructed with every component of greatness. So each one of us has got potential for greatness. That is one thing I have no doubt about. No one of us was created to just be a flower boy or girl on this planet. We have the ability to, do great things under the sun. So this particular thing that you feel you need to do, please realize and come to the agreement within yourself that you have potential to excel in it, and therefore you should give it a shot. Give it a try. Do not allow other people to just discourage you just like that. Realize that you are equipped with great potential and you have what it takes for this great potential to materialize. Number two, realize that whichever dream you have is valid and you are tailor-made for its success, for its actualization. If you feel you can achieve this thing, please do not stop attempting just because someone has told you something. Do not. Number three, you need to realize that you actually don't need anyone's approval before you can attempt doing something. You are an adult, you are your own person. So other people will share their opinions. They will tell you how they feel about what you are saying you want to do. But not every caution is a valuable warning. Not every no is a valuable caution. Sometimes people will tell you no because they don't understand what you're talking about. Others because they failed in it in the past. Others because they want you to stagnate. So you don't need anyone's approval before you attempt something. Number 4, you need to shift your associations. Change the people you constantly interact with. If you realize that the people who surround you are peddlers of negativity, every time you come up with an idea, you tell them you want to be a musician, they tell you how your voice is terrible. You tell them how you want to start a bakery, they tell you how that is the easiest route for you to lose your money. You tell them you want to do another thing and they discourage you. Don't just walk away from those people. Run very fast, because they have a lot of influence around you. If you check very well, you realize that the discouragement you've been having have been stemming from those people. Be careful. Be very, very, very careful. Please constantly feed your mind with positivity. Listen to positive music. Listen to positive words from people who are positive, from people who can see possibility in what you want to do. Read books that will enhance the belief that you have in your potential. Read books that will develop you, that will move you closer to the things that you want to achieve in life. Deliberately avoid negative talk. If you realize you have a tank that has been speaking a lot of negativity, please begin to arrest it before it speaks a lot of those things. Begin to arrest your tank before it speaks those negative things. If you've been condemning yourself, you've been telling yourself how inadequate you are, how much of a failure you are, please begin to desist. Because the danger of pronouncing things is that they take position in our subconscious. They entrench software within us. So deliberately choose to shun negativity, negative talk. Deliberately, you'd rather be quiet. If you realize your mouth wants to say something negative about any of your things, you'd rather remain quiet. You'd rather be silent. But begin to teach yourself to speak life into your projects, to speak life into your ideas, to believe in them, and not to dismantle them by your own tongue. Be very, very careful. Because in this life, very many brilliant business ideas have been abandoned because of negativity. Very many people have abandoned their investment objectives because of negativity. Very many people are stagnating today in whichever aspect of life because someone discouraged them. Very many people are where they are today because they accommodated negativity. Be very careful, and that is today's reflection. Let me know what you think about it. If it has ever affected you, this video will remain here. Feel free to share with someone else. And God willing, let us meet tomorrow as we reflect on something else. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are. Never forget that you can do better. Thank you, and I'm out of here.